Hey everyone, welcome back to the Clever TV studio. I'm Jocelyn Davis, hanging out with my girl Dana Ward.
What's up?
And today we are so excited to have with us Chris Brochu,
Yes.
one of the stars of a movie that hit theaters today, Soul Surfer.
Yes.
Very
today.
exciting.
Midnight
and you
last
saw
night.
it.
Yeah, I did.
Tell us all about it.
You saw it for the first time at the premiere.
Yeah, I saw it for
Very
the first time at the
cool.
premiere because the whole cast and crew screening happened when I was out of town, so I couldn't make it. But yeah, for the first time I saw it was at the premiere for it, and you know, I was blown away. I was very, very impressed by it, and I got to see everybody again, so it was like a big family reunion, and I got to see Ross, who you guys saw earlier this week.
So
Yeah.
fun, yes.
And so yeah, and then I went to the midnight showing last night with just some family and friends and whatnot, and everybody enjoyed it. So we'll see what happens.
It's very, very exciting. You know, obviously all of the masses are probably going to head out today, but we're dying to know how you fit into the storyline. I know that you're one of the brothers.
Yes.
You're Ross's brother in
Yeah.
real life too.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
I'm Ross's little brother in real life as well. I play Timmy Hamilton, who's the middle child. Ross plays Noah, who's the eldest, and then there's Anna Sophia Robb, who plays Bethany, who is obviously the main character. And yeah, Timmy is, you know, Noah is kind of the more stubborn, kind of hot-headed in some situations, and Timmy kind of is just the mediator, and he tends to be kind of the the comedic relief, even if he's not really trying to be. And yeah, so in real life, Timmy's very, very quiet until you kind of get to know him. Then he's kind of the life of the party, and probably the best way to describe him is just really, really chill. So very, very Hawaii.
Well, it's a surf movie. I mean, I'm always
Yeah.
What is
wondering-
it? Hang loose?
It's like
It
this.
was close.
Sorry,
You're
I
one
know.
off. I love you. Yeah,
I love you.
know.
We love you. Hang loose. Did you guys ever do that? on
Yeah, the
set?
shakas, yeah.
Okay.
Except like it kind of differs as well.
Like, you
from
do like
island
this.
to island.
That's
If it's like you can totally tell you're like Holly or like not even local if you're like super tight with it.
Hey.
Like if you're like, yeah, hang loose.
So it's supposed to be like just.
Yeah, it's like,
Like, oh,
and like the
whatever.
Kauai boys or whatever that were on the shoot were like, yeah, you just have to be like really chill with the hands. Like it's got to be like the shaka, like really.
What
really
about
chill.
right hand versus left hand?
I think it's kind of whatever's, you know, there at the
Whatever's
moment.
cool.
Say I'm giving you a high five, and then all of a sudden, oh, shaka, what are we gonna do? I got the left, you got the right.
Oh!
See?
Yeah,
It kind
you're
of just
so
depends
right.
on the
'Cause that
situation.
happens all the time. You
Happens
gotta
all
go
the
with
time.
the
You'll
flow.
be very surprised when it actually happens.
Go with the flow.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're catching a wave. You got to go with the flow.
Exactly.
I'm wondering if you went to the audition for this film and, you know, did they ask you, do you surf? Was that a pre-rec?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Timmy's actually a bodyboarder, so
Okay.
I mean, liking the water was definitely a plus. But I mean, I just went into the audition just guns blazing. I had to get the part. There was no other option in
Why?
my mind.
Why did you want this
Because,
part?
I mean, Bethany's story in general is just so fantastic, and I've known about her for years. And then when the script finally came out, I read it, and I was like, I called my manager and just said, listen, this is my role, and I'm gonna book this. And so yeah, I went into the audition wearing board shorts and like a tank top and did it, and everybody loved it. Sean, the director, was in the room, and he enjoyed it. And then before I head out, and I was like, P.S. I surf, I love the water, and I will do whatever you need me to do. And so, and the audition included a lot of yelling and whatnot, so I like walk out of the audition, and everybody's looking at me, and I was like, okay, it's all right.
It's all
Excuse me.
good.
Now,
Excuse
you
me.
guys actually got to shoot in Hawaii.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that experience.
First of all, it's the worst time of my life.
Yeah, I'm so sure. Yeah, right.
7 weeks on the
Sounds
north
horrible.
shore of Oahu.
Wow.
It's everything you really want to be. It was my first time ever going to Hawaii, first of all. And, I mean, we flew into Oahu at night. So I remember it was like me, Ross, and Jeremy Sumter. And it was dark. And so we were going through all these like fields, and it was just dark. And then our driver stopped at Pipeline. And so we went to Pipeline when it was dark and just listened to all these huge waves just crashing. And I just remember it was just so surreal. And then we woke up the next morning, and me and Ross kind of became friends, and we tore up the island. We went from coast to coast doing everything we possibly could. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Did you
Wow,
guys
that
check
sounds like a
out
dream job.
Pipeline, or is that like You can't really touch it unless you're seriously a pro.
Definitely, yeah. We the closest we got to Pipeline is this spot called Pupukea, and it's 2 breaks from Pipeline. And you don't paddle out to Pipeline unless A, you're incredibly good, B, you know the locals, or C, I don't even know. You have to be mentally and physically prepared. I'm not that kind of surfer. I mean, I can hold my own, but Pipeline's a totally different story. And it's a left, unless you're going backdoor. So I'm not a big lefty.
Only for like Kelly Slater and his friends.
Oh my gosh, that guy's a beast.
Yeah.
Every time I see any type of footage of him, I'm just in awe. And yeah, Pipeline is definitely a very selective group of people that tend to surf a lot.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious, I'm assuming you got to meet Bethany and her family, and I heard that they were like hanging out on set. Did you have any like cool experiences with them or conversations about, you know, what she went through and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I got to hang out with the Hamilton family a lot, actually. I mean, we would go hang out at their house that they were renting on Oahu. They were on set every day. They were very involved in writing and rewriting and rewriting and rewriting the script to make sure that it was up to their standards and just everything. And like I said, Noah did like the still photography on set. Timmy did a lot of, he worked with sound in different areas as well, so he worked on the crew. And so, I mean, we were always around the Hamiltons, and they were always around us. And I mean, we went surfing with them. Timmy took me bodyboarding, and it was just all around good time, because he wanted to make sure that I was portraying him correctly.
And,
oh,
really? I love that.
Absolutely. And he had to make sure that everything I was doing was to a T. And so every time I even touched the bodyboard, I'd like look at him and make sure
approval?
that, yeah, he'd be like, "You're okay." I was like, "Okay, thank you, Timmy." And so, yeah, it was.
Well, I was going to say, what about being on set with your superstar parents? I mean, were you nervous at all?
Yeah, Helen Hunt, Dennis Quaid.
Working with them? Amazing actors?
It wasn't like really nervous, because when we first did the table read and we all kind of met, we all kind of just had conversations about the characters and the story, and just kind of really just became close and open to just kind of like know each other and whatever. And you know, I got to hang out. Me and Ross went surfing with Dennis, and we became really close in that aspect. I got to hang out with Helen and her family when she was there, and it was, I mean, the nicest people ever. I mean, we had just a blast, and just seeing them at the premiere was just fantastic, because I mean, I admire Helen a lot, and I thought she was fantastic in the movie. And that's one thing that when I saw it the second time at midnight showing, I was just like blown away, because I loved just knowing her as a person, and then watching her on screen. It's just so, it's really cool.
So cool. Well, congratulations.
I know,
Thank you.
exciting.
I'm excited.
Very exciting, and I can't wait to see the movie. It's out today. So
It is out today.
Yes.
It's in
You gotta check it out.
theaters.
You gotta check it
So
out.
all you guys, make sure to head out this weekend, catch Soul Surfer, and let us know what you're thinking. And of course, stick with us right here on Clever TV for more details on Chris Brochu. He's a busy guy.
I'm trying to be busy.
From all of us here, thanks so much
There
for
it is.
watching.
Throw out the
We'll see you next time.
That's right.
Peace out.